Thank you for joining me for the next session of Love Your Lettering. Today we'll talk about different ways of adding whimsy to your handwriting. I've drawn out the baseline, waistline, and cap line while I show you the anatomy of whimsical lettering. This word is featuring just a few examples of whimsical additions. Instead of resting on the baseline, I have a letter that drops below it. I have a swirl that's entering into the counter space of the letter. Instead of just a dot for the J, I've drawn a circle tittle. In this sample, I've also mixed upper and lowercase letters, also known as majuscule and minuscule letters. On both the E and the Y, I've added serifs, which are feet. On this capital E, I've shifted the crossbar to move above the waistline. The descender of this J is featuring a flourish. Another way of ending a letter is to add a finial, or a little bead. Now on to examples with the rest of the letters. I'm starting by drawing out my standard print alphabet. On this first example alphabet, I'm adding curls into the letters. There are some letters that just don't curl, but I'll show you an example of flourishing that in a little bit. In the next sample, I'm adding serifs to all the letters. Serif means foot, and they're typically at the end or beginning of a letter. A flourish is an exaggeration of a stroke. They're typically used on descenders and ascenders. The L, the H, and the D are good letters to add a flourish to the ascender. Now we'll run through a couple of variations of capital or majuscule letters. Again, I'm starting by drawing in my standard print so that you can see the difference between the variations. On this first variation, I'm bringing the waistline of each letter above the halfway point. For most of the letters, this will create a fun, exaggerated look. On my second example, I'm dropping the waistline really close to the baseline. While there are a few letters that go unchanged, this is another exaggerated but fun look. When I think of whimsical lettering, I think of a combination of all of these variations. Bringing each of them together helped to change the complete look of your handwriting. If I'm writing a full paragraph or verse, I tend to stick with one style or another and just highlight certain words by mixing up the variations. While it's fun to add whimsy, you don't want to take away from the readability of your work. I hope you'll have fun practicing these variations and join me next time when we talk about faux modern calligraphy and typography.